All right, here we go. I can see everything. Let's go here. All right. Let me unfurl this. Mac, how you doing? I like your shirt, dude. It's coming along nicely. Alright. Let me put my makeup on. Alright. How's everybody doing tonight? What's going on? For anyone who's never been here before, my name's Sean. I run mailworks.com. I design and sell chainmail themed apparel and accessories, and I make chainmail. And I'm just getting set up here. I just got done making these little slider beads. They're 110 rings a piece, and they'll go on, actually. Super tired, rough day of work, but you're home now. I'm doing okay. Let's see here. Get a zoom in on these. So I got an overhead camera here. I'm zooming in on the little slider beads in my hand so that other people can see them if I can get it to focus. Come on. There. Oh, there we go. So 5 little slider beads will go on a necklace chain. And thanks, you forgot to say you bought it and not made it, but as you keep talking, there you go. So anyway, these, let me just take my necklace off and show you. Scale mail. There you go. You're going to add some scale mail to your shirt. Right on. A couple of like scale pauldrons. Alright, so I've made a few kind of slider beads in the past. And now I'm making, I had some leftover rings, so I'm making some more. Can I get that to focus? There's little pieces I'll add to my necklace when I have everything I want for it. These are little slider beads for chainmail jewelry. Hey Kevin, how you doing? Yeah, they turned out pretty good. I made a few other ones. Sold those pieces a long time ago. Alright, I need a pile of rings. I was working on them right up until the stream started, actually. So I wasn't able to get set up before I got started. No, I still have some of the knot work left to do. I'll grab what I'm working off of and show you. So I've got all the wording done, and I'm just doing this knot work down here, right? So this knot work section. Starting a new project tomorrow, but you got to prep rings. There you go. I thought one. Oh, I screwed this up. I need to fix this. That's okay. We'll work on something else. This keeps going this way for a while, so we'll work here. So Kevin, what's the new project, if you don't mind me asking? I always love hearing about, these rings feel huge, just to give you a comparison, right? So that's the rings I'm working with, and these are the rings I've been working with for the last couple of hours. So these rings feel huge comparatively. Damage, how you doing? I do remember you. Gonna try a 6-in-1 bracelet. What is the ring size? I think, don't quote me on this, I think they're 22 gauge 3/32 rings. I had some in stainless. Do I remember your promise? You didn't promise to ruin my life, did you? What was your promise? Trying to think here. You're talking to a guy with a severe head injury, so I don't remember much. It's your first time making 6-in-1? Right on. Right on, right on. You promised the dinos and I don't lie? Oh. Thank you so much. I'm like, what is going on? What did I forget? Much appreciated. How are you tonight? So I spent the day using up some small rings. Like little projects. Like, what did we just do? The logo, the Ringception logo that I did last night, that's all done. I worked on a little bit this morning to kind of finesse everything. And then I got these kind of done. I was working on that. I've got this dice bag thing. I want to change this inlay to a skull and crossbones deal. And couple others, like small projects that are sitting here in my way. My shirt is awesome. You just got done graduating at 8 o'clock. Congratulations on your graduation. Good work. My kiddo had his last day of school today too. The shirt, where'd I get it from? Kohl's or something? And it's fine when a guy wears it. It's very suggestive when a girl wears it. I didn't, process that when I bought it. It's like, huh, okay. I just thought it was a cool shirt. And then my wife wore it, and I was like, oh, I want to play that game. Oh, dang it, my life got filtered, and yes, very haha, yeah. Magenta RV, how you doing? Well, Alt stopped by to see how you're doing and gave you my props. Thank you. I appreciate it very much. Stop by and see us again. Alright, so this is all green in here. Right? Yes? Where am I looking? Yeah, this is all green. Okay. Yes, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the dinos. Much appreciated. We're just going to do a little work here on this big inlay and see what kind of night we have. We did have some new people join the Discord. That's always good. Especially since there's not a lot going on in the Discord. Because there's not a lot of people. It's like I try to post stuff, you know, that I do. Trying to get others to participate in a community you're trying to build is difficult, but it's coming along. Just making a resource for the chainmail community. That's similar to the Mailworks app. It's another place to hang out with chainmail artists and fans of chainmail. So that was exciting for me today. Got to share some invites to other platforms than just the app? No, I mean, I understand that. That's the only place I put it so far. Welcome, and you need a good set of armor for yourself and family. Virgil, how you doing? Try to get your wife to join. She has made a few cool things too. Right on. Alright, so you need a good set of armor. The family root is Lee. Is that like your original family name is Lee? Is that what I'm... Is that what you're telling me? Not bad working with your crypto? Oh, fun. Fun. Crypto rocks. Thank you for the share. Appreciate it. So, you need a full suit of armor. Is that what you said? A good set of armor. I'm trying to price out some Arm Street official. I think is what it's called. For armor for myself. One day. Yeah, to me it's crazy where it's gone. Yes, I would love to have a whole set. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're dabbling in crypto, you could be able to have a whole set overnight, depending on what crypto you're in. Or you could lose everything. There's also that, but so far, as long as you're holding, should be good if you hold over time. It's like that's all I do. I don't try to trade it or anything. Thank you for the share. Appreciate it. Okay. I just need to remove this whole section here. That's what I need to do. Yeah, you turned 50 into 400 with Doge a few years ago. There you go. I never bought into Doge. I bought Bitcoin and ETH, but that's been about it. Which weaver are you using for your project? This is European 6-in-1. I don't recommend it for inlays. It's not it's not all that great. European 4-in-1, 18 gauge, 5/32 is probably the magic recipe of inlays that I've seen, or any comparable ring size with an aspect ratio of 3.5. You're in Sheeb. That's how you buy your 3D printer? Right on. If Sheeb as well, if it gets to $1, you'll be a multimillionaire. Yeah. Yep. There will be a lot of multimillionaires made with Sheeb, my brother included. You created Sheeb? Alright, where am I at here? This needs to go. Nope, that can stay. Okay. Try 2. You have 2.53 trillion SHIB. Man. How did you end up creating that particular coin? What was the inspiration? All right. Need to verify where I'm at here. Okay. 1, 2. I can go green all the way down to here. Okay. It started in 2009, and it's to end world poverty. Right on. I suppose that's a good goal. Do you think it'll work? Is it working? There are a lot of countries that are adopting crypto at a faster rate than the United States, so I think that overall the general net effect is good. Got to spend some time figuring out the ring calculator formulas. If you're on TikTok there, talk with Razmataz. They're the ones that put it all together, that whole calculator. All right. You checked the current price and read Doge price's shoot price? I'll bet it jumped. Wouldn't that be a day? Soon. One day. For some of it. We will see what happens. Like, after getting wrecked last year in crypto, I've got what I am holding on to, and that's it. So I got caught up in the whole, what was it, Terra, Luna, Celsius, FTX fiasco, and lost a bunch of money. So last year, 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago now. Yeah, it said like 30 minutes ago you tried to get someone to listen, but they would. Four zeros. You tried to get someone to listen to your message about ending world poverty? What are we talking about here? Anyway. Once all those companies got through their bankruptcy, I did end up recovering some, but you're not doing much with crypto. You use Coinbase, collect the free earn crypto. There you go. I don't recommend doing much except buy and hold. Don't try to do anything fancy with it. Buy it, hold it in a cold storage wallet. All of it. But, then there are plenty of people smarter than me, so who knows if doing that is the correct thing to do. It's just all I'm ever going to do again. So, anyway, where are we at? Hey Jay, how you doing? I'm making a large chainmail inlay. Give me 2 seconds. I can hold it up here for you. We're working off of this right here. This says Finnegans Wake on it, and it's got some, knot work in the background. I'm just finishing up the knotwork across the bottom. Right, and that's for anyone over here. Come on, camera. That's what we've got done, and we just need to finish up the bottom knotwork, and then all the lettering's done, and at the end of this, done is going to be better than perfect. You've never invested any of your own money into crypto? Interesting. Thank you, AJ. I've also been using the coin app that gives you coins you can convert to XYO, ETH, or Bitcoin. Interesting. I didn't know such a thing existed. To be honest, it's green all the way over. It's like I have what I have and I'm holding on to it. And that's all I'm going to do with crypto. I'm of the opinion that it will take over the world at some point or be a large part of our economy. But I'm also not a crypto bro. And I don't make crypto content, obviously. So it's like I've been involved since like 2009. In the community. I didn't buy any for years. And then 2017, I think is when I first got really involved. More so than dipping my toe in the water, you know what I mean? So for years I was building up a portfolio and then got hit last year. There you go. So, all right, where was I? There's a lot of green in this. There's a lot of green left. Trying to match it with what is up at the top. But my desk is really not suited for laying this out. I laid it out the other day on that table over there. And like I didn't realize how huge it is. This thing is roughly 3 feet across and about 2.5 feet in length. So it's going to be a very large inlay. Fortunately, I've got a wall space over there for it. The only money you put in is the money you don't mind losing, so it can just stay there. I mean, I put in money that I could afford to lose, and it still sucks to lose it. It wasn't an insignificant amount of money. It was not the end of the world. But it was not fun to lose that, for sure. Oh well, it's over. Got through the bankruptcy, got a little recovery, and now... You leave the app open when you drive, it's GPS based. Let's see here. I don't know if I could do that because I don't go anywhere. Drive 500 miles a week. What's the catch? Like, why would they pay you just to drive around? No, I've got... I mean, you want me to go into how mining crypto works? Because I know how that works. Anyway. There's mine 2. Huh. Okay. That's interesting. So, by solving problems with random numbers, and you drive around and provide the tracker with random numbers to input into the problem to solve the problem, and then someone solves it, and then you all get a reward. So you're still using energy by driving your cars around to provide the random input. But it's gas, it's not electricity. Interesting. Who? Okay, I'll have to look into it. I wonder who came up with that. That's an interesting way to go about problem solving. Yeah, I do think that crypto will be a large part of our economy at some point here in the future within our lifetime. I don't know how much of the economy, but yes, but if you're driving around any way to go shopping or RVing around the country, no, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense why someone that's driving around. I used to drive for one of my nursing jobs. Drove, I don't know, maybe 100 miles a day. So that would have been great. That was a couple years ago, though. Just like you use the fuel points from filling your work van to fill your personal car. Yeah, there you go. Oh my gosh. My son just stomped on the ground. I had a long talk with him about not screaming or stomping while I'm streaming. You got your neighbor who's a truck driver signed up? He's gotten almost a full... Oh, wow. That's crazy. I'm about to go get in my truck and drive around. It's one of those things that if you just do it long enough, you get enough rewards. Like, being a full coiner is going to be like being a millionaire at some point. I missed the opportunity to become a full coiner. He does 1 million miles a year. That's a lot of driving. I don't know if I would like to do that much driving. I don't fly. I haven't flown for years, right? I don't have any intention of visiting another country. My brother wants me to come out and visit him in Japan. He's getting stationed back on the mainland. He's stationed in Okinawa. He wants to go back to the mainland. Or he is going back to the mainland, I guess. So he wants us all to come out as like... to visit before he's no longer in Japan. Though he says he thinks he's going to retire there. And so I might get on a plane for that. But other than that, I don't have any intention of visiting any other country. So I have no reason to fly anywhere. I've flown all over the world. I don't like being on planes. And with all the crap going on with planes lately, yeah, I've got no desire to experience any of that. Right? So I drive anywhere I need to go. Is Bob home? Bob is home. Being a full coiner is becoming his retirement plan? Right on. Ooh, you are being mesmerized by the cube. Non-Newtonian physics. I don't know. It's probably Newtonian physics. I don't know. I assume it is. The cube looks delicious. I've had so many people say, oh, I want to take a bite out of it. And it's like, what? Wait, did I screw this up? Is that why I did that? Let's see here. Hang on. This coming across here. I haven't really screwed it up too much. Okay. It's still fixable. It's a D&D gelatinous cube joke. I need my child to stop stomping, or I'm going to beat him. Okay, all this work I just did, I should have just not done that. I should have just left it how I had it. So we're going to go over here and work for now. Children stomp. It's what they do best. Yeah, but he's stomping at his dog because his dog won't stop being a retarded pup. Don't ever get a corgi. A corgi is easily the worst dog I've ever owned. Right? People are like, oh, they're so cute. No, they're terrorists. Okay? They're not good dogs. They're not nice dogs. They're absolute horrible creatures. I don't like ours. I don't like either of our dogs. My old dog was like a street dog from San Antonio that my wife picked up off the street. And now that we have a puppy, he's like jealous of the puppy, and so he's acting out and just being a turd. Just constant. And then the puppy is a puppy. You learn from your 9 kids. We have a white German Shepherd, yeah. Yep. And the puppy can't help himself. He doesn't know any better, right? But no amount of trying to provide any instruction or training has worked so far. So they're like, oh, corgis are food motivated. Okay. Where's the food motivation? Where's it at? Because I'm not getting any results here. All I'm getting is this creature that marks everywhere Every time I turn around. Clean it up. Alright, hang on. We named her Lucy. She gets fur. She gets fur everywhere. It's Lucy fur. That's funny. I can handle the dog hair. I just can't handle the dog marking everywhere. And it's not my dog. I didn't buy it. I didn't bring it home. I got nothing to do with it. It's my kid's dog. My wife brought it home after being told not to do that. So now we have a dog. Another one. It's fine. I needed a new carpet anyway. I don't care that he chewed the whole thing up and that my house looks like crap right now. It's just carpet, right? Long-lasting memories of my son growing up with a puppy are what are important, right? Right? But I keep telling myself. Jess, how you doing? All right, Mike, Ed, hang on a second. Colton, shut up. All right, where was I? So sorry. Oh, violation. What? Violated for hate speech? Huh. What word did I say? Anyway. Jess, if you're still here, this is a large chainmail inlay. It says Finnegans Wake on it. And yeah, what hate speech? I'd like to know too. It just said I was flagged for hate speech, so I don't know what that's about. Oh, maybe because I used the word T-E-R-R-O. I won't finish saying it. But that's what I think of corgis. I need black. Black rings. And how many do I need? I can kind of try and match the top. It's seemingly right here to copy. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. We'll go over 11. How many across the bottom? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. Okay. No, what I called the corgi. What I said corgis were. T-E-R-R, not T-O-U-R. Maybe that was it. It'd be weird if you can't say that word. But that's the only thing I can think of. Unless it picked up my son being told to calm down. Ah, yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, anyway. Hate to walk away, right? If someone asks me what I'm making. Okay, so soon going to be finished up with this inlay. You know how long you can say your brain hurts? All right, man. No, take a break. Take it easy. I appreciate you being here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 more. We'll get some sleep, eat some food, drink some water, take some Tylenol. All that good stuff. Alright, that's 11. And the rest is green, right? Yeah, okay. It's like, I have chronic migraine, so if you have like Imitrex or something to help prevent, stave off a migraine, take it now. It's like, it's why I see people that are on here all day, every day. I can't do that. I can't physically do that. Usually when I get off of here, I'm able to go and take some Tylenol before bed, before I have a migraine from just being on the computer. That's why everything takes me so long. It's like, if I could do this all day and get it all done, I would. But it's like, no, I gotta lay down for 4 hours because I have a migraine. It is what it is, but it sucks. We are getting somewhere. So yeah, aside from that like little dice bag, there's a couple other small projects that'll sparse in between these big projects here. Migraine is usually caused by eye strain or dehydration. Mine's caused by 2 vertebrae that are severely out of place in my neck. And 2 discs that are even further out of place in my neck. So mine start back here in the back of my head. And it's usually 4 or 5 times a week. And well, it's just something you learn to deal with. Alright, what happened to my music? Have you considered getting those reflective glasses to prevent the strain when you're working? I have not. I don't know what reflective glasses you're talking about. There's the music. No, I have a hard enough time getting glasses. The last time I went to go get glasses, I had to have 3 appointments to get my prescription checked because they kept giving me this wonky prescription where on my left eye I had depth perception. I was able to focus right here in front of my face, and in my right eye was like normal vision, right? So I was walking around with 2 different depth perceptions, and I kept having to go back, and it happened. They finally got it right on the 3rd or 4th visit. Crochet people use them to help their posture, especially with slouching, supposedly helps stop pain. You seen the amber ones that filter blue light? Pretty sure you can wear normal glasses underneath. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I've seen them before, but I'm not sure. And no, I've never tried them. Just copious collection. Hey, Sarah, how you doing? What am I doing? All right, what was I talking about? Yeah, migraines. I've never seen those glasses you're talking about, Lisa, but thanks for the recommendation. I can try and look into it. It's been years that I've been dealing with this, so it's just kind of a thing now. So if I take my if I take the Imitrex early enough, I can avoid it. But I usually don't have enough Imitrex, and the rest of the meds they give me just knock me out a lot. So you have another friend in Kansas with the same kind of brain fire issues? Like chronic migraines from pinched nerves? I mean, it happens to a lot of people, but... Alright, so for anyone in the chat over on TikTok, if you're not following Copious Collections, wonderful chainmail artists, you should give her a follow. She just put out a really cool video earlier today. A very sped up video of her making some chainmail. It's pretty cool. You should go check that out. You're very welcome. Alright, now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Yeah, Sammy is Garobo on social media. Oh, is that your friend? No, the only thing the VA will do for me at this point is do surgery. So, I'm sure I'll get a different offer the next time I'm at the ER. If I have to go in for neck pain. So maybe they'll offer something else, but as of right now, the only thing that they'll do for me is cut on me, and it's the VA, and I don't... I'm not going to let that happen. The VA is always good for giving headaches, 100%. It's about all they're good for. So, like, honestly, I haven't had a terrible time with the care I've received. I can always usually get in to see someone in a reasonable amount of time. So, but there are just some of the processes and some of the people. It's like you work at the VA, but you don't like veterans and you don't want to be there. Okay, same. I mean, I don't want to be there. I like veterans, but I don't want to be there either. I'm just there to try and get treatment. And they will act like your presence bothers them. But the whole reason they exist or have a job at all is to provide care for veterans. So, like, what's the deal? So, outside of a few customer service issues, I guess you would call them, it's been mostly okay. The fact that I have here's the thing, okay? The care that I've received at the VA was better than any of the care that I got from private health insurance as a civilian, right? Does that make sense? So the healthcare system, like the healthcare, I'm an RN. I've worked in the healthcare system for 20 years, right? It's a joke. the healthcare that I got at the VA was better than what I got under private insurance. Under private insurance, the last job I had, the closest doctor to me was an hour away. That was covered under my insurance. So, not that the VA is close, but and then, you know, you never want to go to the doctor anyway while you're on private health insurance because you can't afford the deductible to be seen. And if you do manage to get seen, it's by someone out of network, so you're going to get charged 3 times what you would have normally paid. I don't know. It's all crap. So, like, having insurance in the private sector is like having no health care at all. That is effectively how the healthcare system works nowadays. Too many fingers in the pot. After 10 p.m. now, trying to pretend to sleep for a few hours. All right, Magenta, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. How's the giant cube coming? The giant cube is out of rings. So we've got some work to do here and some work to do on this layer. Each side is now over 1 ounce of rings. But it's coming along. It's halfway. It'll be, once this side is completed, it'll be halfway done. Right? To get from 16 rows across on each side to 20 rows. So to go from 4 inches at the bottom to 5. I'm trying to get to 5 inches. That's 20 rows across. To get to that is double the amount of rings that I have in here right now, right? So it'll be halfway done here pretty soon. It's 21,000 some odd rings. Excuse me. Oh, the really big one? I've got the rings to finish it. I'm trying to get this inlay out of the way. So once I'm done here, I've got the ringception cube to work on, but not much has changed. When was the last time you saw it? I can grab it for you real quick. Oh. So this is where we're at. We're at 23 rings woven. I've got the black and stainless to weave into each corner here so that everything holds it is held in place, right? And then slightly new development, right? There's a good chance that this will fit in here. Once we have all the other rings, this will be there'll be a couple of marbles. I probably won't use marbles, but maybe. We'll see. You don't know why, but you're excited to see it's finished? I will be excited to see it finished too. It's because it's a crazy project, right? Guitar Pro 2006. How you doing, buddy? Wait, is that Chris? That's Chris. Hey, Chris. How you doing, buddy? I was like, Guitar Pro, Guitar Pro. I know Guitar Pro. It is Chris, right? I haven't seen him since college. It's been years. But we're Facebook friends. But I have like a bunch of Facebook friends. Yeah, okay, it's Chris. Okay. I thought so. How you doing? What's going on, man? What are you up to? How's the family? But yeah, finish this inlay. I'll order more rings for this cube, hopefully next month. Finish this cube over here. It's already, like, all of the chains to make the rings, right? To make this piece here, those are all done, right? All I got to do is the chains to hold all the big rings in place. So, of the 42,000 rings it'll be when it's done, 15,000 of them are put together already, roughly, give or take, I don't know, a couple thousand. So, yeah, it's all in a box over there. I'll get back to it, and soon. But I've been working on this particular inlay that I'm working on right now for like 20 years. And I'm really close to having it all done and getting it put up on the wall. Done is going to be better than perfect for this. So I'm not too worried about making everything, you know, exact. I just want to get close. Work's been busy, fam's good. Definitely overdoing a catch up for a lot of people. Yeah, right. I need to call so many people. Well, 3. I need to call 3 people. It's like the only 3 people I talk to in the world on the phone. Yeah, 20 years. I didn't have the skill set to finish this when I got started, or really to take on this project, and so I kind of got started, and I did not do any prep work, right? Like, I blew up this image off a business card on my printer and printed it off back in 2005, right? I didn't know how many rings I would need, so none of my green matches, right? The black was not around any of the knotwork or the letters when I picked this back up. Weaving Links, how you doing? And so when you're doing an inlay, what you really want to do, you don't want to use European 6-in-1. You don't want to use 18 gauge quarter-inch rings. You want to know how many rings of each color you're going to need before you start working on it. And you're going to want to have it all mapped out, like in a cross-stitch pattern or a perler bead pattern, right? You're going to want to know where each ring goes before you start working on a large, complex inlay. I've been trying to freehand this for 20 years, and I'm finally... I had another inlay. It was a Raiders logo. The, guy with the leather helmet on and the eye patch and the swords behind him. And same thing. It was... I didn't have any of it mapped out. I didn't know how many rings I would need. I didn't know where each ring went, and it just took me sitting down and grinding out 2 rings forward, 3 rings back. And also when I started this, I didn't have like the mental fortitude to grind through a project like this. So now finally, after 20 years, we're getting somewhere. And it was not... I got a lot of other stuff done in between then and now. Looks great. Thank you. It's coming along. It's come a long way. Especially here lately. It's just... The next couple of nights... Let's see here. What's today? The 23rd? I think by the end of the month I'll have this done. If I can dedicate the time to it that it needs. And I don't have any mishaps. So, like I said, done is better than perfect. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time matching everything up and making sure it all reflects, making sure one side reflects the other. I'm just going to get it done and put a frame of rings around it, put some dags on it, which are like little triangles across the bottom. And then put some loops on the top for a rod to hang it from. And then I'm putting it up on the wall, and I'm walking away, and I'm going to start going to work on other projects. So it's like I thought I had been freehanding inlays, but they were like all straight lines. Like I did the University of Michigan flag for a friend of mine, right? It's just an M, a blocky M. Super easy. Green Bay flag for a friend of mine. Kind of a oval shape. Not hard. Wasn't too huge. University of Florida license plate cover. Straight lines. Not hard. So I was like, okay, well, this can't be that hard. And, man, I was so wrong. So, finally getting it to where it's kind of symmetrical in all four sides and kind of looking like the original picture. How much for what? For a giant inlay like this? I'll never do one of these again. Mustache rides are $20. What are we asking here? Oh, right. So yeah, I've come a long way since I first started this. I've gotten much better. My understanding of how to go about working on a chainmail project has changed significantly. Excuse me. My ability to grind out a project now is... I have no idea what the New Mexico logo looks like. Let's see here. New Mexican Lobo. The Lobos logo or just a Lobo? There we go. The Lobos logo, what is that, I guess it's a Lobos, that wolf thing. I mean, it can be done, right? If you're serious about having something like that done, I can put you in touch with people that can make something like that for you, who are much better at inlays than I am. It's not a commission I would take, but you can definitely do that at a chainmail for sure. As to how much it would cost, I have no idea. So if you're interested, just message me and I will put you in touch with my friends who do that kind of stuff. Okay, what are we at? 12? No, did I really do that? I'm dumb. Okay, screw this, man. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put all this green. I wasn't paying attention. I screwed up. That's twice tonight. 2 rings forward, 3 rings back every time. Wow, I screwed up big time. Okay. Only one thing to do. Take it all apart. Way to go. Fortunately, it's faster to take stuff apart than it is put together. Let's see if we can fix this before 10. Man, we got nothing done tonight because I screwed up twice. That's another reason why this inlay isn't finished, is because I'm constantly tearing it apart. Where am I? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you guys. Okay. So what happened was the line that I'm working on now was supposed to be black, and the line that I just removed was supposed to be yellow. And I was just putting green in here because I wasn't paying attention. And I screwed it up. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. This is one of those things that when I first started this, if I screwed it up this badly and had to take this much apart, I would be like, screw this, I'm going to go do something else. And then I wouldn't work on it. So, alright. New Mexico, huh? I'm trying to think. I got a buddy that's from Santa Fe that I was roommates with out in Washington, D.C. for a year. It's like I went to nursing school at Walter Reed Army Medical Center out in D.C. and I lived in Silver Spring, Maryland. And I don't remember what the name of the hurricane was, but a hurricane blew through there back in 2003. No. Yeah, 2003 to 2004. Somewhere in there. There was a hurricane. Hit the East Coast. And I was there. And then I go to Iraq. I get deployed. I come back to Fort Polk, Louisiana in 2005. And Katrina and Rita hit. And clobber Louisiana real good. So 3 hurricanes in my lifetime. I've never felt an earthquake. There's no earthquakes, no volcanoes. You know, where I grew up in Idaho, there is earthquakes. I've never, like my mom grew up in California, and she would talk about how she would wake up and like the whole building was shaking and rolling, and I never experienced anything like that. But there are earthquakes in Idaho. I've never seen a volcano. Never seen a tornado. I live in like tornado country now. Knock on wood. Hurricanes are not fun. Boise. I grew up in the Boise, Eagle, Caldwell, Nampa, Meridian, Middleton, Highway 44 area. Yeah, hurricanes aren't fun because like it's cool to see the weather topple things and knock it over, but then the power's out for a week and all your food goes bad, and like it is an immense thing of it is an immense force of nature, right? You see the pictures of them spinning around from the satellite, and it's just giant clouds spinning around, and the amount of power and force that hurricanes have is insane. Not recommended. I remember when we were let's see here, I was at my friend's house. We were getting ready for the hurricane, you know, drinking beers and grilling and everything, and the the storm like passed right over where we were, or part of it. And it just sounded like a train going overhead. It was nuts. Mom lived out in Weiser. Your mom's family grew up in Weiser, and you live there? Yeah, it's a nice area. A lot of farmland out that way. So, but yeah, that's like Weiser, Emmett, all that. I grew up whitewater rafting on the Payette, jet boating on the Snake River, skiing at Bogus Basin. That's the wrong color of ring. And, you know, and the smell of fresh onions, yeah. A lot of onions, potatoes, and sweet potatoes are grown out that way. So, it's a good place to grow up because anything outdoors that you want to do, you can do in Idaho. You hunt, you fish, you camp, you hike, whitewater rafting, kayaking, any of that stuff you can do. So I would move back, but we moved to Wisconsin to be close to the White's family so that my son could grow up near his grandparents out here. And that so that we could have like family support. And now, if we tried to move to Idaho, we're pretty priced out of the market right now, as I think everyone is. I'm pretty priced out of the market here too. I got my tax bill. Did I tell you guys about this? I might have told you about it. You might not have been here for that, but I got my tax bill, or my tax assessment the other day. My house went up 50% in value from what it was. 50% in value from the last assessment 2 years ago. I can't verbalize the things that I want to say, because I would definitely lose access to this platform and every platform I'm on. What I want to say definitely violates community guidelines. So, well, I mean, yeah, it's a miracle that my house increased in value the way it did. Whoever assessed that is an insane person. Okay? This is not a high-end residential area. This is Kenosha, Wisconsin. Okay? Like, outside of the farmland, there's really nothing of value in Wisconsin. I'm going to shit on Wisconsin because I don't like Wisconsin. Or the Midwest, or people from there, I swear to God. Yeah, so, like, farmland is valuable here. Other than that, okay, these aren't, like, high-end residential areas. They're houses. And I have a large house. But I guess that's all they're going off of. Like, the crime doesn't drop the property value any around here, I guess. Your stepdad's from there, go for it. Yeah, so Wisconsin, 45 of the top 50 drunkest counties in the United States, okay? And it shows. Everyone's running around with fetal alcohol syndrome. Like if there was any kind of economic collapse, my sister lives near here, a couple hours south, and she thinks that it's the breadbasket of the United States. People will they'll be able to feed themselves. I'm like, I don't think so. If there's an economic collapse, I think that everyone in the Midwest is probably going to die because they're too stupid to save themselves. Okay, like you live here and you understand why the coastal elites despise flyover country. Okay. All right, that's probably too much. I've said too much. I've gone too far. Don't move here. There's no reason to live in this part of the world. So, I would love to go back to Idaho. But, yeah. I would get a decent price for my house if I were to sell it, but the reality is that if I sold my house, I wouldn't be able to move anywhere. So, all right, where are we at here? Oh, we're doing okay. We're catching up, getting a couple things corrected. All right, that didn't even take the full 20 minutes. So, thank you for all the support. Damage, how you doing? So don't get me wrong in my criticism of Wisconsin. I enjoy a drink myself, right? I do. I'm not opposed to it. But I don't, for the most part, anymore, mostly because I can either, sit back and relax and have a drink every night, or I can work and get stuff done. Peridot, how you doing? August Gemstone, August Birthstone, Peridot. How you doing? She's not looking, yeah. You're just north of Houston, you're good here. If you were to move back, you'd go to Utah. You miss the mountains? Yeah. Well, all right. I was here to drop off mail. Thanks. Yeah. Utah is an option, but I'd have to live up to close. There's no reason for me to move to Utah unless it was someplace close to the Idaho border. I don't know what's up there. Logan, Utah is probably one of the most beautiful areas I've ever seen. Utah's got Arches down in Moab, Bryce and Zion National Parks, and if you've never been to a national park, Bryce, Zion, and Arches are like a must. Peridot is also a character. Is it a show that you like? Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Right on. How are you tonight? What's the show? Bear Lake, Utah? Yeah. That's what I love about, like, Colorado, Wyoming, western Wyoming, right? And western Montana, okay? So there's a line, right? And it's a continental divide. Western Montana, western Wyoming, Colorado, right? Continental divide. Okay, Grand Tetons, 8,000 feet. Okay. Hey, Blood Razor, how you doing? I'm working on a chainmail inlay. It says Finnegans Wake on it, and it has some knotwork in the background. And give me a sec, I'll hold it up for you. Okay, and then eastern Idaho, and oh, there's that ring I dropped. Eastern Idaho's flat, but you have like craters of the moon out there. So it says Finnegans Wake on it, and we're doing the knotwork at the bottom right now. So, and then once you hit Boise, Oregon border, you're in the Pacific Northwest, and everything north of Boise is gorgeous on that western side of Idaho. The most beautiful place you've seen is Libby, Montana. Doing pretty good in the show. It's called Steven Universe. I've never seen that. I've heard that name, but I've never seen it. I have no pop culture references. I sit down here and I open and close rings. Is Steven's Universe a children's show? I don't even keep up with shows that I like anymore. Just once a year, I go and I sit down and I watch Lord of the Rings. For St. Patrick's Day, I watch Boondock Saints. For Halloween, we watch Nightmare Before Christmas. Your pop culture references are from 90s movies? Yes, they are. It's a children's cartoon, but it's really good. Right on. My pop culture references are from the 90s. Someone told me I had man boobs the other day, right? They're not wrong. I've always had them, though. It's like, I'm not skinny. I've never been skinny. I've always been an A cup, right? But I thought, if you were really clever, you wouldn't call them man boobs, right? You'd call me Robert Paulson. And if you get that joke, you're old enough to hang out. It's a children's cartoon, but it's really good. Yeah. So, if you call someone Robert Paulson, a big guy who's got breasticles, and they don't get the joke, then what it is. Does anybody need an explanation? Everybody get the joke? Or do I need to... Everybody's got it? Alright, raise your hand if you need an explanation. Probably not. Anyway. Hey Austin, how you doing? The desk, okay. Sarah's lost? Okay. The desk armrests are like some as seen on TV clip-on armrests, right? They had a pad here, but I replaced it with some leather. And then they had a foam pad here, and I replaced that with some leather. But they just screw tight to the bottom of the desk. There's a lot of options out there. All right. If you've ever seen Fight Club, Robert Paulson was played by Meatloaf, and he was a juicer, bodybuilder, bodybuilder, who had... what's the condition called? It's called, okay. He had developed boobs, right? He had himself a nice pair of boobs. Okay? So, if you're a big guy and somebody calls you Robert Paulson, it's because they think you have bitch tits. Which are what it's called when, you're a weightlifter and you juice too much and you grow yourself some nice, big, beautiful boobs. Which is a reference to Fight Club. So if you haven't seen Fight Club, you might not get the reference. Fight Club is a 90s movie. The book by Chuck Palahniuk, right? The book is not about fighting. The movie's mostly not about fighting. the like in the movie when they say one guy took on 27 other men in the same night, like they're not talking about fighting, right? Is everybody picking up what I'm putting down? The first rule, yeah, exactly. All right, where are we at here? 9:58. Okay. I think I kind of have this right. This little piece here I made after screwing it up a bunch. But it is getting to be 10 o'clock. I do have some other stuff to do before I go to bed. So, for anyone new here, my name's Sean. I run mailworks.com. I design and sell chainmail themed apparel and accessories. And I also make chainmail. And if you're looking at this and saying, hey, I would like to learn how to do that, in the link tree in my bio on TikTok and on my website up at the top is the Mailworks app. And it's available on Google and Apple. And in there is all the resources I would have wanted when I first got started making chainmail, from where to find suppliers, where to find tutorials, where to find where other chainmail artists hang out online, and more tools. More tools are going to be added to help out new and veteran chainmail artists. There's also a Discord which just got started. We got a couple people in there now. More people joined today. So download the app, join the Discord, ask your questions, post your work. If I'm usually here 8:30 to 10 most nights of the week. If you enjoyed this and want to come back and hang out and see the progress on different projects that I work on. See what else. Also, if you could go to my link tree and follow me on other social media platforms, I would really appreciate it. I want to grow all my platforms as we go along. Please do also follow along. We are like 250 people away from hitting 10,000. I'm hoping to hit 10,000 by the end of the month. I got a video going viral right now. It kicked off 2 days ago and got a couple hundred followers from that. So that's been really good for me. We're really close. Once I hit 10,000, I'll have a stream key, which will allow me to use my streaming software to stream to TikTok, Facebook, X, YouTube, Twitch, all at the same time, like I do now. So, what else? You can make all kinds of cool stuff with chainmail. You should consider, if not picking it up as a lifetime hobby, definitely giving it a try. And if you want to do that, in the Mailworks app, there's a supplier list. And if you go to We've Got Mail or Metal Designs, they have kits, like maybe a Byzantine bracelet kit, pretty easy to put together. You don't have to have fancy pliers like this. You can have old crappy pliers like these, right? But if you do plan on making chainmail for a long time, you find out that you love it, definitely get some higher end pliers. And if you want a little more variety in the number of rings that you get when you order a kit, you can check out Chainmail Joe. They have a fantastic beginner kit. It comes in a beautiful box. It's got a tutorial booklet and a bunch of different ring sizes with which you can make stuff from. So do all of those things, please. And then also, please go, for everyone who's been chilling on the live stream for the last little bit, if you go to, am I getting a Chainmail Joe starter kit? Yeah. I got to get my taxes back. So once I have my taxes, then I can assess what, I need a power supply, I need a coil and cutting setup, I need to finish building out my riveting setup. I don't know where the priority of the Chainmail Joe kit is, but it's on the list of stuff to get. So if you've been hanging out and you want to go to my website, check out my stuff, and you see something you like, use discount code livestream, all one word, lowercase, and that'll get you 20% off any item. It's my way of saying thank you to anyone who's hung out for this long. So, like I said, I'll be here 8:30 to 10 most nights of the week working on different projects and stuff. Anything you purchase from the store does help to fund projects like this, right? So, buy stuff and I'll make cool stuff, and you can come and cheer me on and learn how to do it yourself, or something. All right. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. I do appreciate it. You all have a wonderful evening. I will see you later. Bye, Sarah. Bye, Mech.